This is Smithy.tv.
Reporting for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto with producer Mark Montefiore. How did you get on board with Cass and Dylan, the feature film you're working on?
Cass and Dylan was actually a pretty quick process in a few ways. I met Jessie Gabe, the writer of the script. I met her at the Canadian Comedy Awards in 2010, November 2010, and we started chatting, hit it off. We bonded over Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, and we were talking about that, so right away we knew our interests were similar. And she sent me over a script, Cass and Dylan, an early draft of it, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So we started working together around January, February of 2011, and just really working on the script, working on the story. The third act was always just so amazing, and everything leading up to it was really great. We just needed to work on a bit of the setup for the movie. So we did that. We did that for a while. Not very long, about 8-10 months or so, and Telefilm supported the film. Really fantastic help with great ideas and whatnot. And then we started the process of talking about directors and who would be right for the project. And that's when we came along Jason Priestley.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you get Jason on board? Did you just call him up, or how do you do that?
It was through fan mail. We just wrote him a letter about 90210. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
No, we met Brent Sherman, Jason's directing agent here in Canada. We've been working with him on several projects and whatnot. And it just came through one of the discussions. I said, I'm really looking for a director for Cass and Dylan. Do you have anybody that's looking for a feature that might fit this kind of film? He's like, well, Jason's looking for a feature to direct. He's a really talented guy. I'm like, God, you really? He's looking for a feature? No way. I knew he was directing. I didn't even think of it though. And so it was Brent who brought up Jason, and it's like it just kind of clicked. It made total sense because it's such a character piece, the film, right? And it's a road trip movie, but it's such a character piece that who better to direct it than somebody who has acting experience and understands how to bring a performance, and who's got directing experience. It's almost a no-brainer. Yeah.
So I know that it's a road trip movie, as
Yeah.
you said, with RichardDreyfuss and Tatiana Maslany. Can you tell me a little bit more about the story and the relationship between the two of them?
Yeah. So Cass and Dylan, it's a dramatic comedy, and it's basically about a 65-year-old doctor. It's RichardDreyfuss. His name is Cass Pepper in the movie, but he's terminally ill. And he knows that as a doctor, his experience, nothing can help him. And unfortunately, he's only got a matter of time. So he decides that he doesn't want to spend his last days in a hospital or alone or whatever. So he decides he's going to end his life the way a doctor would, with dignity, right? So his plan to drive out west to his family cottage all ends up in disarray when he meets 21-year-old, anything but normal Dylan, who's played by Tatiana Maslany. And he meets her and doesn't offer, really she offers him to drive her home, which is kind of weird. But he drives her home, and once he accidentally runs over her psycho boyfriend, he ends up on the lam with her and stuck with her, and they can't shake each other. So they end up on this journey together, this character development of two polar opposites, very much a planes, trains, and automobiles kind of stoic man and out of the ordinary girl. This odd couple relationship that really conflicts and draws a lot of comedy and drama, and it's a beautiful development.
Right. And obviously RichardDreyfuss has been in the business for years and years, and everyone loves him, and Tatiana Maslany's been getting tons of buzz with Picture Day and at Sundance and in Toronto, and also that other film that she was in. What was it called?
Grown Up Movie Star.
Grown Up Movie Star, that's the one. What was it like to get those two on board, and were you expecting to get such great talent attached to the project?
It's a dream, really, to get a cast like that. Tatiana, when I first read this script, I had met Tatiana at Sundance when she won the Breakout Performer Award for Grown Up Movie Star. And as soon as I read the script, I was like, this is Tatiana's film. It wasn't a year later that I read the script, I think it was. And I was like, this is for Tatiana. We have to get her. She's Dylan. No question about it. We didn't look at any other actors. We didn't audition anybody. It was just, this is your film, you want it, and she loved it. And then getting Richard, man, like, that was a coup. Even the first day, him showing up the set, it was still a bit unbelievable. You know, having dinner our first night, it's like, this for real? You know, RichardDreyfuss, sitting right here, hanging out, and such an amazing guy too. And the two of them together, it's nothing short of magic.
And how did things go on set? Did everything run smoothly?
Yeah, set was fantastic. It was actually a lot of fun. It was really like that kind of family environment type thing that you really hope for in production, right? Jason ran a fantastic set. He's such a great director. Keeps it calm and enthusiastic and inspiring. And Dreyfuss was just so much fun to have around. He's, he likes to ham it up in between takes and have a good time. So there's lots of good outtakes or in between takes, really, in between roll camera and action, where you get some good Dreyfuss moments there.
Okay.
That just great people, really great people that bring tremendous experience and talent to the movie.
Did anything crazy happen? Like, did you run into any major problems or anything went wrong?
Well, the car that they drive cross country with is a 1971 orange convertible Bug.
Okay.
So it's 41 years old. So every time Richard put his foot on the gas of that car, my heart stopped for a second. Richard is an amazing guy. He's a little bit of a fun driver, you can call it that. So I was like, oh man, okay, no, good, car stopped, everything's okay. So luckily we avoided any major problems. Actually, one thing that happened that was pretty funny was we were shooting because we were shooting in Sudbury a lot of the movie, and we're shooting in a trailer park, and we found this beautiful trailer park in all its ugliness, right? Like that's what I mean by beautiful. It's just so hideous that it was perfect, and it was this old brown exterior, and so you go to the location scout, and I was like, yeah, this is it, perfect. Talk to the owner, he's excited for us to come, and Dreyfuss and Priestley to be there and everything. So the day we show up a week later, the day we show up, the whole exterior is painted white, brand new pristine white. I'm like, well, what happened? And it turns out the owner was embarrassed about how ugly the outside was. They decided to paint the whole thing, but it's like, well, no, this is the reason why we came here. So the art department, the poor art department, they're already overworked. They had to spend, 2 or 3 hours first thing in the morning and dirtying up that fresh new white coat of paint and just putting mud and all sorts of, just aging it up because it looked brand new.
Yeah.
So that was, that set us back a little bit. That was pretty entertaining though.
Did you put it back to the freshly painted white afterward?
I believe it did go back. That's a good question. I think it did go back.
I hope so.
It rained at the end of that day, and I think a lot of that stuff disappeared. But I think the art department there and locations were fantastic, so they took care. That's what I know. When I'm in good hands, I don't have to deal with all that stuff. You got a great crew that deals with everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're also working on Patchtown, which was it was a short at TIFF 2 years ago now. How did you get involved in that film that's now being made into a feature?
Well, on Patchtown, I'm acting as an advisor type, just helping with some financing type things, and the structure, more back office type stuff. But I'm participating in that because I just believe in those filmmakers. Craig Goodwill is such a fantastic talent. I loved Patchtown, and we've been talking for the last couple of years about just trying to do anything together. We're talking about some different feature ideas, and some other shorts and whatnot. And when Craig told me that he was getting Patchtown as a feature off the ground, I said, well, let me know what I can help with. I'll whatever you need, I'm there. So I'm helping out, just advising and that kind of thing. But I'm really excited about this film. I think these guys got something really special going on.
And what types of projects are you hoping to develop in the future?
I've been developing a lot of comedies, and there's a couple of thrillers, a couple of dramas, but almost everything is comedies these days. Whether it's a half-hour sitcom for television or it's a feature-length comedy. I don't know. There's something. They're just fun. And actually, even the dramas I have and the thrillers I'm developing, everything's they're just fun,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And where is the best place to find out more information on you and on your projects online?
Well, I'm on Twitter, Mark Montefiore. It's at Mark Montefiore. And Facebook, same thing, same name. And then my website is montefiore.ca.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see Cass and Dylan and Patchtown in your other upcoming projects.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm Katie Ellman reporting for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto.